VC, David again. Welcome to another episode of Spin Cycle. Basically where I show you guys a bunch of records that I've been listening to lately. I've got quite a bit to get through here. I've been listening to a lot of music lately, which has been great. Who doesn't love doing that? So definitely lost the show. So it's a bit of a mixed bag here, so there could be something here for everybody. So let's get into it, shall we? First up, Gary Clark Jr., Black and Blue. This is a great record. Definitely a blues record, but one that has a lot of modern production and a lot of current R&B influences involved and included as well. And Gary Clark's just a badass guitar player and a really great singer too. If you haven't heard this yet, or perhaps sitting on the fence about it, I can highly recommend it. Black and Blue. Next up, we've got something that you may not expect, and that's alright every now and then, just to throw something into the mix that's completely different. DJ Shadow. This is his record from 1996 called Introducing. That's a really funky album cover, I think. Cool photo. DJ Shadow, as the name implies, is a DJ. So the songs that are on here are just mixes that he's done. A really fun listen. If you're into something a little bit different, want to sort of walk on the other side of the tracks for a change, definitely one to have a good listen to. Scare the neighbours a little bit with it if you want. That's always fun. Rush, They're Never Far Away. This is Vapor Trails remixed. This is a great remixing of a great record that was originally perhaps not so greatly mixed. But that's okay. From the opening drums on One Little Victory, this is just a really fantastic listen. Rush are known the world over for being extremely meticulous with their arrangements and how they mix and master their stuff. So obviously this one perhaps may have been a little bit of a thorn in their side. Definitely glad that they did it. They remixed it and it sounds fantastic. So Vapor Trails remixed. Here's Jess and the Ancient Ones, a Finnish band. In fact, one that Miko over in the Vinyl Corner introduced me to. He showed this in an update, and I saw the cover and I thought that's just too cool. So I had to crack this one out. Very kind of psychedelic bluesy rock mixed in with elements of Pink Floyd and all that good stuff. This record's called Astral Sabbat, and not that easy to find, but if you can find it, check it out. Felt in the mood for some of this the other night. Do you know what this is? I don't know what this is, but it's apparently it's sold a few, and it's got a couple of good songs on it. Yeah. Alright, next up, I was only kidding, it was Thriller. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean and Beat It, and brilliance. Next, Alicia Keys, The Diary Of. Alicia is a staple, part of my staple diet, musically speaking. This was some VCLT from Maggie, and I got on a bit of an Alicia kick the other night, but really I'm sort of permanently on an Alicia kick, which is not a bad thing. And here is As I Am, actually another VCLT from Maggie. Both of them were contest prizes. How lucky am I? This is another fantastic record. Don't need to say any more. Felt in the mood for some As Tall As Lions. This is a very alternative rock band. I don't think they're actually together anymore, but I'll have to look into that. Fantastic cover artwork. that's what sort of drew me into this one. Yeah, great record. On Triple Crown Records, it's called You Can't Take It With You. Here's one of my all-time favourite artists, Mr. Warren Haynes. This is Man in Motion, a solo record that he did in 2011, and this is all soul music, and it's just amazing. All of it was recorded live off the floor, and just the way Warren likes to do it. The way he does it in his band Government Mule and everything else he does, just about. This is the gatefold. This is an incredible listen. The sound quality on this thing is incredible. If you're wanting to find something that's going to show off your sound system to the nth degree, this thing is just fantastic. There's the label there on the Stax Records label. So you know if it's on Stax, it means business. So Warren Haynes, Man in Motion. I felt like having another surf with an alien. This is from '87. Joe Satriani's Surfing with the Alien. This is the music on vinyl reissue, and it's the remaster as well. Something that's also hanging around in my place that will always be begging to be played. Funky custom blue labels there of the Silver Surfer. And this, despite the fact that it was recorded in '87 and has definitely a mid to late '80s production kind of feel about it, the remaster of this just brings it to life like you wouldn't believe. So if you have an inkling for getting out and having a bit of surf, instrumental rock style, Joe's the best in the genre, and this is a classic. So I had to break that out the other night. Really enjoyed it. And so next up we have, switching gears just a little bit, an Australian band, Mammoth. These guys are badass. Very hard, unapologetic, dirty bluesy rock and roll. This was their second record, called Volume 2. Here's the gatefold. This is not easy to find, and in fact you'd think, being an Australian band, that I would have found it in Australia. No, I had to go all the way to Austria. It sounds like Australia, but it's not quite the same, and it's a little bit far away. But definitely worth tracking down. If you're in the mood for some heavy, dirty, nasty rock and roll, this will get you there in a heartbeat. After Mammoth, I needed to tone it down just a little bit, so I kicked out some Cure. This is their record from 2008, called 413 Dream. It's a 2 LP set, which sounds really good, but they have only 2 or 3 songs per side, so it becomes a bit of a pain in the backside having to get up every 4 minutes to turn the record over. But that notwithstanding, it's a classic Cure album. There's the label there. The first track off this record, called Underneath the Stars, is a real standout. Definitely has that Cure sound, but the vocals just sound quite different, which certainly makes it stand out. So if you're into the Cure, or if you're into definitely English poppy rocky sort of bands, that's definitely a good listen. Speaking of English bands, there may never have been one bigger than, well, that's a bit of a silly statement, but one of the biggest, Queen. This is Innuendo. This was their last full studio record, and this was great. Definitely a fan of Queen. Brian May is one of my guys on the guitar, and this is on nice heavy 180 gram vinyl. Really well produced, sounds great, extremely clean and quiet, and definitely happy to find it. This was an import, not that easy to find, but definitely happy that I have it. Great listen, it's Queen. Okay, just a couple to go. See, I told you I've been listening to a lot of stuff. Living Colour, Time's Up. See, time's almost up. This was their sophomore effort after their amazing first release, Vivid. Living Colour are amazing. They're just, stylistically, they're all over the map all of the time, and I think that's a lot of the appeal. And great. Alright, last but not least, a bit of a classic really. Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. It's surprising how damn good this record is. I haven't heard it for a little while, and I broke it out because I hadn't heard it for a little bit. And how good is this guy? There's the gatefold. Look at some of the tracks. Too High, Living for the City, Higher Ground. They're just amazing songs. And then you get to one called All in Love is Fair. That song is just, that's probably one of my all-time favourite songs, yet it's a song that I perhaps don't listen to enough. That's just an incredible song. So if everyone knows Stevie Wonder, but if you haven't perhaps got any of his music, this is one of the best places to start. Inner Visions. So that's just absolute classic. So there you go. There's a few records that I've been spinning lately. Thanks for checking in and checking out what's been spinning on the table recently. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Thanks again to all my subscribers as always, and we'll see you soon.